All right, we are now live for the end of day report with yours truly, Dex the Algo Capitalist, aka the Vulcan, coming to you live from PulseWaveTrading.com. All right, so this is an extension of our Forex week in celebration of Free Forex Week at PulseWaveTrading.com. All you have to do is go to the website and you can sign up for a free account and take advantage of the free Forex week that ends this week. All right, so real quick, we're going to take a look at a few things here, and then we're going to keep it pushing. Right now, here's your gold futures chart. As you can see here, the bias, like I said, is still to the sell side of the market. It's up against this resistance, which is the bottom of the Kumo cloud. So for right now, all rallies are being sold off, and that has not changed. All right, if you take a look here at the NASDAQ 100 futures contract, give you an idea what's going on in the equity space, you can see here that, again, the trade is to the sell side of the market. Nothing has changed here either. All right, nothing has changed. The bias is still to the sell side with rallies being sold. I'm expecting the trend line support down here to get hit. That is our initial target, not the top of the Kumo cloud, but the actual trend line support is the target here. Taking a look at silver futures. All right, looking at silver here. Silver has that that bullish bias. All right, so we're looking at all pullbacks being bid up in the market. And our target here is the top of the Kumo cloud at the $26.50, somewhere around there. For right now, that is our target as we're just, whipping up and to the top of the cloud and testing the bottom of the cloud. But we have our eyes open because at any moment, if any big sell orders come through, it could cause this to fall outside of the cloud and keep going. So eyes and ears are definitely open with silver. All right, and celebration of Forex week, looking at the Australian dollar. As you can see here, we did get a little bit more pullback in here, but yet, all right, we're not really selling off because there's still, believe it or not, a bullish bias in the market wherein that all pullbacks are being bid. All right, this wasn't a big move, not really. So the chain of thought is that it's going to get bid right back up again, and we'll get back up here to the trend line resistance as we're still in a consolidated pattern. So this is very interesting. It could turn bearish real fast at any moment, but if right now it's teeter-tottering on the edge. This is a weird situation because you're underneath the Kumo cloud at this point, where, technically speaking, you would start to see some type of acceleration to the downside, but for whatever reason, there's enough paper coming in here to bid this thing up and keeping it kind of controlled. It's not like it's just falling out of bed and you're getting these big old parabolic bars. No, you got these little teeny weenies. Not a lot of conviction. All right, so that's something that we're watching too. All right, the big story is the mighty Bitcoin Futures Composite Index. What say you? Well, you can see we're still in a bull market and we're headed toward that 12,005 target that I was been talking to you about. Here's the bullish weekly trend momentum reading, and the market bias is still up. All right, the bias is up to the long side, and that has not changed. 12.5 should be the target. All right, but just remember, we're getting close to this election, so volatility may increase, and you have to be prepared for intraday volatility, whether it be rally or sell-off. Anything can happen here. All right, everything's fair game. All right, here is the euro dollar right now. You can see here with the euro dollar that the bias is still to the sell side as rallies get sold. So far, though, we had 2 days in a row of rallying as we get closer toward the overhead resistance, which is the top of the Kumo cloud. Could have a little bit more further to run before the bears come back in and knock it down like it did back here and like it did back here. All right, so got eyes on this one as well. Even though we have a bullish weekly trend momentum reading, we'll see how much further it can and will go. All right, what about that pound sterling? What's up with that British pound? Well, the British pound That bearish weekly trend momentum reading has come off, believe it or not. And we still have a bullish bias built into this market as well, even though we're consolidating up here, not really going anywhere. All right, but all pullbacks are being bid back up on an intraday basis. So we're going nowhere at the moment, but the bias still remains to the buy side of the market. What about the bond market? Well, this is the thing that I was concerned about. Remember I told you, excuse me, a while back that how it was just hanging up here like this, and that I was concerned that we could flip. Well, that's what happened. The market flipped, and now it broke, and we've been falling ever since. Then we started consolidating. We ran up, came back down again, and as you can see here, the bias is still to the sell side of the market, believe it or not. And you got a bearish weekly trend momentum reading that is starting to crop up here. So creating gaps on the way down as well. If I were to call this one just by looking at the algo chart, I would say that you're still consolidated, even though you broke back here. You came back up, filled the gap, and then you broke back down again, but you're trading within this range back here. All right, not a whole lot of conviction to break that support. So right now we are just chilling here, moving sideways. So that's what we got here. All right, I got a reco that I'm about to pull up here, and then we're going to call it a day. All right, this one is on the ASX for my Aussies out there. The ticker is BBOZ. All right, this is the Beta Shares Australian Equity Strong Bear ETF. All right, so someone is getting ready for the sell side of the market, I see. All right, so let's see here. This one here, wow. Yeah, you had a big break here as the trade was to the sell side. Well, the market is now flip-flopped, and we have a rally alert for tomorrow's trading. We've got this rally alert here, and the overhead trend line resistance around that $8 mark would be the initial target, and the bearish weekly trend momentum reading has come off. So yeah, that's where we are on this one. All right, so with that being said, man, I hope everybody is enjoying the Forex week as we're celebrating Forex week with the free Forex giveaways at PulseWaveTrading.com. You can come and learn how to trade these markets and see how we do things. And that is going to be expiring at the end of this week. So you want to take advantage of it while you still can. And remember, bulls make money, bears make money, and pigs get slaughtered. So remember to take what you can and give nothing back. And I'm out. Peace.